Hey everybody, it's Charlie Grace and Rosie Bell Dog with Charlie Grace Adventures. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a little while. I'm on the road and appreciate you guys being here. So if this is your first time watching, let me just say thank you so much for being here. And I met some really amazing people. So Rosie's got a lovely little, say elk antlers. If you hear a little crunching in the back, crunch, crunch, crunch. That's what she's hanging out with doing. Hey, Ro, you want to say hi to everybody? She's like, no, I'm pretty good. Just hanging out. We're going to talk about all the things and catch up with everybody. But do me a favor, hit a like button. Hit a subscribe, hit a share. Let's get this thing shared out. We haven't seen everybody in a long time. It's been a while, and let's just see who we can talk to. Let's see. We've got the comments already today. I see we got Broken Nomad. Thanks so much for being here. There's my buddy Johnny Lightning. Hey, where's everybody? Only 5 minutes to 8. Break out the beer. That's right, guys. Have a little drink. Woohoo! Got my little we'll call it sweet tea going on tonight. Gotta love this so much. There we go. Hi, Charlie Grace, Kevin, Johnny. Yes, Bree is here. Gotta love Bree. Thank you so much for being here. Get Her Better says, hey, yeah, Charlie and everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. We are. Everything's going great, but I'm in the van, as you can see. I am actually at a place called Port Cove RV Resort. Now, there's going to be a lot of things coming up. There are some women that are doing a really neat program, and they're working with influencers like myself, where we get to go to these really cool, amazing resorts and create some content and talk to them and actually help them on their mission in promoting their RV parks and talking about what they can work on and things like that. So that's why I'm here and doing a little bit of filming on that. But we're going to talk about all that good stuff in a minute. We're going to get more people in. So let's just say hi to everybody and see what's going on. So let's see. Oh my gosh, Deborah's here. Hey, Deborah, how are you? And Bobby and Leslie. Hey guys, hope you're having a great night. So I am in Florida. Let's start with that. Where in the world is Charlie Grace today? I'm in Florida. I love Florida. Florida in the wintertime, not too shabby. Although I have been told that California is nice and sunny without the bugs. So if you don't like bugs, don't come to Florida. Just putting it out there. They will lift your dog away, take small children into the air. It has been an adventure in bugs. And if you're like me and bugs love you, yay, it's a problem. So I have so many stories to tell, but I do want to say thank you to my buddy, the Broken Nomad, who hooked me up with some really cool bug spray. And we're going to talk about bug stuff in a little bit, but we'll get back to that. So let's see. Yeah, I heard bugs love you. You think? Oh my goodness. You have no idea. I'm finally getting rid of a lot of the itchiness. It was bad. It was crazy. Yeah, mosquitoes are one thing, but these no-see-ums, I had no idea no-see-ums really just bite the crap out of you. And those kind of no-see-um bugs, those welts last for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I always thought ticks were bad because it lasted for about 30 days, but those no-see-um welts, it's bad. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing. It's because Charlie's so sweet. Yeah, exactly right. Maybe it's because of all the sweet tea I drink. I don't know. Could be the sugar blend. I'm going to reach over here for a second because I am not sponsored by these guys, but I'm going to give a shout out anyways because I know this works. This, I'm going to show you guys if you can see this, is the 14-hour Sawyer Picardin insect repellent lotion. Now, let me just say this right now. May not work for everybody. Sure as heck worked for me. So if you were like me and you were like a person who was really, by the way, I get nothing from this, guys. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. If you're a person like me and you really need some insect repellent, I would get up, take a shower. Do I need to put this on my arms and legs? This stuff works. Fantastic. So read what you got to read. But if you want to know more information about it, you can always hook me up, or I can hook you up with, I can't talk tonight, an email. Just send me an email at contact@Charlie Grace Adventures, and I'm more than happy to tell you exactly how it worked for me because I was in some really big no-see-um moments. I was right on the intercoastal. So let's talk about my travels so far. It's been really, really cool. Do I see Gray and Grumpy here? Hey, so glad we met you at ManFest. So good to see you guys. Hope you're having an awesome day. Let's talk about ManFest. Let's talk about some of the places I've been because I came down to Florida in January. Most of you guys know, when you know, especially my van fam out there, if you go on my website, you go to charliegraceadventures.com, and let me put this up here because you guys, see if I write here we go. If you go here, ta-da, can I get that up there? Maybe not. Oh geez, you think I could get this done? I've only been doing lives for how many years, right, guys? There we go. Go to charliegraceadventures.com. I've got a page called Meetups on my website. What I try to do for you is I try to put all the meetups, all the cool meetups, RV meetups, band meetups, schooling meetups, all that cool stuff on there for you. And depending on where you are in North America and the time of year, it's month by month. Just so you know, I do it month by month. So I started down here in January and went to the Tampa RV show, which is so much fun. And it's sort for me, it's like, you know, a family reunion because there's a bunch of us RVers that get together, content creators, and we meet a lot of, you know, people and talk stuff and sponsors and deals and things like that. So started Tampa. I've got a couple videos out already. One I just put out this past week was about the best in show. According to the Florida RV Trade Association, it is the best in show, which is the new Westfalia. So if you guys remember Westfalia, remember those little Volkswagen, little cute little camper vans with a little pop top back in the day, which are super cool. They're like the OGs of camper vans as far as I'm concerned. Really, really, really neat. And so they won best in show. So I thought I'd do a video about them and show you what they look like and show you what the prototype, what they're working on, some more things. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. There are some people they're like, wow, perfect. Very much in the Euro design, very much into, you know, making sure that everything has multiple purposes and things like that. But they're doing it on a Ram ProMaster chassis. So that's interesting too. So it's sort of curious to see who's using what chassis and what they're going to do with it. So I know I got a weird light here, so I apologize. I should have like a little thing here. And I got a hat on because I'm camping, right? This is what you do. You wear hats when you go camping because I have camping hair. Camping hair, don't care, but I'm live. Oh my gosh. All right. Is Kayla in here? Did I see Kayla jump in here? Oh my goodness. So anyway, so we are talking about where I went. So started in Tampa. Like I said, got a few videos out on that right then. I have just been so awesomely busy in good ways, in fantastic ways, talking to people, meeting people, taking Rosie out for really big hikes, hanging out, doing some fun stuff. So, you know, when you travel with a dog, you're sort of traveling on their schedule. And that's what I've been trying to do is make sure that every day she's getting some good exercise and some other fun things. So, oh, here we go. They actually had a clearance. I'd strongly recommend those things. Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to the insect repellent, thanks for putting that out there. It's a fantastic product. I'm just saying that. Deborah said, I love the new Westfalia, but was a little disappointed it isn't a 4-season van because the weather gets crazy everywhere these days. It is very hard to find a 4-season anything. Not going to lie. So I think that's something that a lot of people, unless you want to spend the money, that's something a lot of people are talking about because in the RV industry in general, they don't make 4-season things. Typically, that's not what they do because they're thinking of as you're camping during the good months. You know, some Canadian manufacturers say they're making it for 4-season, but even Pleasureway is now saying that they're not doing 4-season. Chinook has said that they're making a 4-season, and I'm curious to test that one out. So I might have to call up Chinook and say, hey, really? Their R value is pretty intense, but I think they have a fiberglass body on those. It's not just a regular van, but it's really, really hard to find a 4-season. So getting back. Tampa, fantastic. Lots of friends, lots of RVs, lots of videos coming out. I put the Tiffin one out, which is really cool. They're doing a really cool outdoorsy thing. I put the Westfalia one out. I'm going to have more about the entertainment, what's going on, all the people, because it's about the people too, right? People over places. That's what I always say. So did that. And then from there went to Van Fest USA, woohoo, which was so much fun. There are days when it is good to be the van life queen. This was one of them. Met so many great people. It's nice to be around your own tribe. And I know we are like super, super, super niche down in the RV community. We're like a tiny little cluster down here. But it seems to me that if you look at all the stats these days, camper vans and van life is just skyrocketing as far as sales. They're having a hard time selling things, but camper vans, we're still keeping it up there. Just saying, there's a lot of people who are looking to have, I call it luxury travel or accessibility. People who want to take these for, you know, grandkids or sporting events or whatever it might be. Camper vans are pretty cool. Just saying. So VanFest was cool. So we had music, we had comedy, we had trivia, we had, oh gosh, vendors were there, had some really great vendors. And I'll start telling you about things. I did buy a few things. I will admit I bought a few things. And these are things that I would say, yeah, let's support these guys because a lot of female-owned companies, some really cool wool socks I got, some new towels. This is a new towel that Rosie's on. Ooh, she likes this one. Just some really cool stuff. And of course, Defiance Tools. Love Defiance Tools. They always have great things because I know they do like 4 and 5 and 6 and 7,000 different things. So love me some Defiance Tools. Did I see Stanley Falls come in here? Hey, friends. How are you, Stanley? Hope you're having a great night. Broken Owen said, just need to watch out for those jumping twigs. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll get there. We're not there yet. We're still at VanFest. So at VanFest, when you think of VanFest, you think of other van lifers that are, sort of big in the YouTube community and TikTok and Instagram. So Scott Watson was there from Go Small, Live Large. And he and I got to hang out for a little while. And then, of course, we also went from that event, to dun, 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 Peace, Love, and Vans. Now, Peace, Love, and Vans should have been known as Peace, Rain, and Vans because it rained 2 out of the 3 days. And but we had a great time. Okay, do you know roughly how many people attended VanFest? So, great question. I will say, I have to look back on this. At VanFest, they had over 320, no, I'm going to get this wrong. I'm going to go for the lower number because I'm not sure. I know they had over 280 vans for sure. It could have been the 300 range. I'm not sure, but I think it was over 280 vans. And a lot of people gave tours of their vans and whatnot. VanFest is more community friendly. It's not a big expo per se. It's about meeting other van lifers and talking about what they do and hanging out and having music and talking, things like that. There was some programming to it and there were some vendors, but not as big as Peace, Love, and Vans. So every meetup has their own sort of specialty, and I love them both for totally different reasons. And I think they did a fantastic job. I got to tell you, I'm very proud of the whole thing. We did a nice interview with Lance, who one of the organizers for VanFest. So great job, guys. But went to Peace, Love, and Vans, and this was their second year doing it, which is fun. And they were ready. They were ready for hundreds of people to show up. They had everything roped off. They had little rows of things. I mean, it was just very well put together. They had volunteers that came early to do setup, and they had music things. They had speakers, and they had like a leafy lounge, and they were ready. So the first day, which was Friday, and I got there a little early. I got there with the vendors so I could help set up and do some stuff with them too, and do some shoots. And there were friends like Gary Reese was there, who's taking pictures, which is fun. So woohoo! Shout out to our photographers, Gary and Joe, and those guys. They did a great job. But I just spent the day Friday knowing it was going to rain. I mean, I knew it was going to rain, so you might as well, enjoy the day, right? But at Peace, Love, and Vans, we had well over 380 vans, I think. It was a lot. It was crazy. It was a lot of vans. And for an East Coast meetup, that's the thing. We're not just in Don Bend people, and we're way down here in Florida too. So a lot of people have to come down to it. And I saw people from Michigan. I saw people from Canada. I see people from all over Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan. They were all over the place that came down, which is really cool. Yeah, so it was a really, really good thing. And no, I did not forget about Adrian and Bruce meetup in Georgia. They were the pregame to Tampa. So the camp over started on my way down to Tampa, but thanks for reminding me about that. And it was fantastic. So a lot of people that were on their way down to Tampa, we stopped at Lake Park, Georgia, had the cool meetup there. They had a Mardi Gras night. We were dancing, we were singing, we were having fun. It's always a good time with Adrian and Ruth. They're fantastic people. And Jeff and Tina. And I got to get my tank cleaned, my black tank. Ooh la la. If you've never had your black tank cleaned, it's an experience. You need to do it. Every year, if you have a black tank, I would suggest you do this. If you've ever thought about buying used, you need to do this. Not a question. This should be on your maintenance list, like just getting your oil changed once a year, flush, get it clean. They did a whole pressure system on my black tank. Just remember, it's just a plastic container. It's just a big piece of Tupperware, that you put stuff in that you don't want in there. It's like smelly, stinky. They pressure washed it, and then they put this nice little slick thing on. And you can make it at home. And it's just pine saw and Calgon. I love it. I've got the ingredients. We're going to do a video and talk about that whole experience because it was really, really interesting. And I think I did a video with them one time and interviewed them for Clean Tank of Eastern Florida. They're amazeballs. Highly recommend Jeff and Tina. Love, love, love. I think they have a YouTube channel called Adventures with Jeff and Tina. But they got it ready. And so it's just such a difference. Do your sensors no longer work? Mine do now. Imagine that. Things just get stuck to it. That's all there's to it. So you should clean it once a year. Like just give it a good old fashioned scrub, but you've got to use the right thing. And they've got all the tools and they got the pressure washing system and they know what they're doing. So I highly recommend you guys try those guys out. Speak of the devil, I say it out loud. RV Life with Adrian Ruth. Hey, how are you guys? Ruth, I tried to actually contact you today. I'm sorry if it went to voicemail. I will contact you later. I just wanted to let you know that I've been thinking about you. I've been praying for you and your family. And I know it's been a really hard time, on losing your mom. So that's a tough thing. And I just, I'm feeling for you out there. So hope all is well, but we missed you. Hope to see you again very soon. But you guys did a fantastic job on the camp over. And I just can't can't sing your praises enough. It's been great. I like this. Lake Park, isn't that right in the Florida? It is. So Lake Park, Georgia was right down the border. Now, I don't know if they're going to, I know they're going to do this again sometime. I don't know if that's going to be the place they're going to do it again, but it was on the way and it was really nice. And I had a great time. We had a fantastic time. Yep. It says, that's Shoal border. Now, I get it. I get it. We know what you're talking about. We know where you're going with this. So, yeah, if you've been following my shorts, yeah, holy crap, that's a lot of ants. If you've been following my shorts are sort of a little more up to date because I tend to do a short every day and you sort of see what's going on. And my longer videos just take a little more time to edit, but they're really, really cool. It's been, you know, it's been a challenge to get longer videos done when you're traveling. I don't know how people do it because it's really hard when you're traveling full time to get videos done. I always say it takes 1 hour for every 1 minute of video that we edit. So it takes a little while, guys. So I'm getting there. I promise. It's just, there's so many cool things to do and see and people. And I'm always about people in my face. I want to spend time with them. I want to just be with them and be in the moment as opposed to hibernating in my van trying to work on a video. So I'd rather do that. Anyways, let me keep going. Did I see Phil get in here? Hey, Phil, there you are. Good. Thanks very much for being there. Oh, Ruth's phone is okay. Ruth's phone is not working. Well, that's probably why. There you go. So anyways, tried to call you. Now you know why. Haha. And Bree's like, yep, it's hard work editing. And Bree should know because she puts out a video every Wednesday. If you guys haven't checked it out, you need to go check out her videos. I love her videos, which is always fun. A little like in the life of Bree. Always a good time. So Camp Over, Tampa. We talked about VanFest. Peace, Love, and Vans. We'll go this for a little bit. So Peace, Love, and Vans still, you know, rain. But really cool people. So Paul and Sarah from PNS Adventures were there. Frankie and Alex from FNA Van Life were there. So many amazing other YouTubers were there and other really cool people got to hang with and really spend some time with. And I got to see baby Everly because Frankie and Alex had a baby. And I hate to say, I interviewed them a long time ago, at least 3 years ago. It's got to be 3 years ago, regarding their dog Paco, which is a cool little rescue dog. And they just had this huge travel thing down Central America. And actually they just put out a video about going to Schoolie-Palooza out in Arizona. But they were there in Florida for Peace, Love, and Vans. And it was really cool. We just hung out in the rain and we put on ponchos and we put on our galoshes and we just hung out and did stuff. So, you know, sometimes that's what you got to do. You don't have to hibernate the whole time. Put out our awnings and just hung out and had some fire, like little moments and had some charcuterie and things like that. So really, really cool. Let's see. Thank you for saying that about editing the video time ratio. It does take a long time. It does. It really, really does. And for those people who are like, it's only 5 minutes. I'm like, that took 5 hours of that 5 minutes. And you got to think about the shooting time and everything else. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do these things. And we do it just for you. Honestly, we do it because, you know, it's nice, but people say, well, what's next? What's going to go? Uh-oh. She's in the kitchen doing something. I don't know what that means. Yes, Bree. Sometimes I dream of hiring an editor, but I'm cheap and couldn't afford the handle. Yeah, I mean, even some of the larger channels I know of still do a lot of their editing. I get it because you want to have your own special feel to it. And it's, yeah, mine only takes a few minutes. You haven't put any out in so long. Dude, what are you talking about? Mine only takes a few minutes. Yeah, put a new one out. We'll talk. We'll talk about it. Anyways, so Peace, Love, and Vans was great. Do it again. I'm really down for going back to both of these next year. I will say I was impressed with both of them. Hands down. Perfect. And then from Peace, Love, and Vans went to Schoolie Swarm, which was fun because there were schoolies at VanFest. And for those people that were there, it was really interesting fun to see the schoolies, you know, because when I say schoolies, I'm talking about school bus conversions. So school bus conversions, they're a whole nother breed of traveler. They're fantastic people. And, you know, they can do a lot because they've got a lot of big space. And some of them had typical school buses. Some had like MCI, major like transportation bus conversions. And some of them were just insanely amazing. So I've got a video coming out of that, which I'm really excited about. So you guys get to see that. And every morning I was on Seeking Discovery, my friend Ryan, 26 years old, by the way, does a schoolie breakfast, and I am now doing a Van Fam breakfast every morning on TikTok. So early in the morning, it was sort of funny. So I was doing a breakfast, he was doing a breakfast, and now it's sort of funny because I'm still doing my breakfast, and he's still doing his breakfast, and we were collaborating on TikTok and doing some stuff like that. But I would bring some eggs, and they, of course, schoolies have like 1,000 griddles and Blackstones, and they have all the good accoutrement for kitchen stuff. So it was a really good time, and that was in Melrose, Florida. So there was hundreds and hundreds of schoolies and quite a few van lifers. And so it was sort of fun how the two intermingled, and a few RVs sprinkled in there, you know, a couple like truck campers or no car campers here or there too, which was nice. So just a really, really nice event. And they had programming. They had stuff for families. They had stuff for kids. There was dancing. There was ASL. There was a silent auction. There was a clothing swap. There was, I mean, just tons and tons and tons of stuff. They had a women's coffee. They had a men's coffee. They had just they had their programming really put together really well. So welcome packets are always a big deal when you go to meetups to see what's coming up and or how they did their communication. They ran around in little golf carts with bullhorns going, women's coffee in 10 minutes. Or people, they would pick you up in the golf carts and take you places, which was nice too. So, because this was a pretty stretched out kind of place. And we were all boondocking. So let me just say that one more time. We were all boondocking at VanFest, at Peace Loving Vans, at Schoolie Swarm. So no plug-ins, bring your own water, bring the dry shampoo, boondocking. So if you're not ready to go boondocking yet and you need some help on the boondocking, let me know, because I definitely have some takeaways on this. I have some takeaways on boondocking. One of them is whether you're an AGM battery or a lithium battery kind of gal. Just saying, energy is such a big thing, is really, really big. Let me catch up in the chat here. Let's see. Yeah, Kevin, get some dang videos out. If it's so quick, yeah, dude, you got to do that. Okay, I've been learning about schoolies lately, and made it as well as how to make a schoolie. It's better and even better than RVs. It just depends. You know, the whole thing is a whole process. It just depends on what you want. And I've seen some that are really well done. I've seen some that are like, it just depends on what you want. So I just got to look at it. Oh, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. I've been putting videos out of the build, but I hide them to see if people can't. Oh, they're like Easter eggs. That's what you're trying to tell us. Yay. Wait, boondocking. I know. Who knew I could be such a boondocker? Actually, I love boondocking. I really do. It's the freedom, the space. Dog loves it. If Rosabelle loves it, then it's a winning for me. I love this. Feels like Brie. Tears off kitchen apron and now hikes chasing waterfalls like a fashion diva in Steve Madden and Anne Klein. Yeah, I could see Brie doing that. I could do the same thing. Get her better. Woo! Well, now I've got to go searching. See, now we got this. Yep. I know it isn't. Yeah. But not right now. I love this. I'll take links because, kitchen keeps me busy. Yeah. Well, things are going on. I mean, people are busy. I know I had a lovely meal because I'm currently right now with full hookups after boondocking. Full hookups. I don't know what to do with myself. And that's the reason why I could do the live tonight was I've got my T-Mobile hotspot going on and I've got some massively fast speeds because I literally am in a van down by the river today. I am down. I'm off of Lake George. There's a place called Port Cove RV Resort. It is a brand new RV resort. It's only been open for a year, and it is more of a I'd say it's a fantastic winter resort, but it's also, she's really looking to make it really family friendly. And I know she spent over $300,000 on gravel. Yay, to try to make this. If you've ever been in Florida and you go boondocking or you go in a campground and there's tons of sand or that little teeny tiny pebbly stuff that gets stuck to your shoes, she went the right way. So you can get in and out of your rig without getting stuff on your feet. It's fantastic. So her name is Joanna. She's fantastic. I met her on the phone and been doing a lot of video down here. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But I have learned about having so many different kinds of rugs just to keep the sand and stuff out of your van. It felt like I was in Arizona, only worse. Someone wants to offer a promotion. That's okay. Hey, Murky Tumblers, that would be so cool. But I'm going to say no, thank you. And if one of my people want to put them in timeout for a little bit, that'd be great. Off grid. Hey, Charlie, have you considered trying a new vertical live stream feature? Why, yes, I have. Actually, I do vertical live stream, but I do it in TikTok. I do that every single morning. I might be trying it in YouTube. We're going to see how that works because I know a lot of people are watching on their phones. They just are. That's the way it is. So that will probably be the next thing. But I've been trying to do Van Fam breakfast every single morning. So you get to watch me make my breakfast and make a breakfast for Rosie. And yeah, that must be Facebook. Well, then we will just take them off. That's easy enough. Glad they're not here. Yeah, we'll do the Facebook thing. That's okay. No big deal. No worries. So those are the big events that I've been going to and lots of things that I've learned about. So like I said, once again, met some amazing people. This weekend, is the Ocala RV show. So Ocala, Florida, where all the horsies are, it's going to be actually in the horse park. So I'll be checking out the Ocala RV show. Sunshine State RVs right now in Florida has the biggest selection of in-stock Class B camper vans, bar none. And so if you're looking to pick something up, looking for any kind of RV, I mean, I love Becky B, and she's definitely my internet queen when it comes to RV sales and working with Class Bs. So she's my go-to. But if you want something in stock today that might be a little harder to find, they might have it. They have a lot of really cool stuff right now, and I got a chance to meet with them at Peace Love and Vans, and I told them I'd stop by Ocala, and talk to them. They've done quite a few videos on that, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on. But I also made some really, really good ends with other builders and learning a lot about the whole building process when you're building a van. There is something to be said for buying a pre-built. And I think poor Broken Nomad will tell you this right now because he's on his 3rd, 5th, 7th. I don't even know how many times he's been rebuilding his van by now. But to have it done, just bought and done and out the door. It's fun to build it and it's exciting, but it's a learning process. And there's a lot more to it than you think. And sometimes you think you know what you want, and then you build it, and you're like, that may not be the right thing. So did I see? Oh, here we go. It is Van Life with Gina. Hello, friend. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. We're getting caught up. I am in the adventure van, hanging out. So yeah, just doing what we can. I'm in Florida. I'll be in Florida through the months of January and February. And I've got some more things coming up in March, and been doing a bunch of events. There's so many events. So Gina, you're going to have to talk to the Broken Nomad about coming to Oregon. You've got to convince him. He's having some back issues, so that's going to be a toughie. Trying to get the whole van fam going on the West Coast. So it's hard. It's really, really hard. Let's see right here. I'm on my 3rd iteration of the van, not counting the camper and the truck. No more building after this is finished. I'm telling you, it's a challenge. It's a real challenge. I am in works. I'll give you the super secret thing. I'm in works with doing a build out, a spec build out specifically for digital nomads and for women. It sounds like an awkward thing to say, but I'm doing a girly digital nomad build out. I'm working with a couple different companies, and it might be on a Ford Transit. And I'm talking to a few places who might be able to want to do it with me because my van currently has 50,000 miles on it. And and I know once we get to that 100,000 miles, it's gonna be a little tough. So we're gonna have to see how that changes. So I might have a van for short trips and a van for big trips. We'll see how that goes. Or I might be doing a showcase van of sorts. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, I love my van. Not looking to change it. Bought and paid for. Zero debt on the van. So just maintenance. Why would I change? There's no reason to do that. Let me see. Yeah, doing a little bit of a girly build. But when I say a girly build, let me just explain what that means. It's like silly boy. Trucks are for girls. So we're going to have pimpin' kind of energy. We're talking big energy here. I want to be able to boondock for 10 days, minimally 10 days, with all the energy I need. That means Starlink, 2 laptops. I want to, wait, this is, everybody laughs. This is the one, my big, in the van, things have to have 2 and 3 and 4 uses, except for this. It's my 1 slice toaster. It's like, I don't like my bread when it's not toasted. So I have a toaster, but it's a 1 slice because it takes less energy. Yeah, I'm just saying there's going to be things in there. I'm excited. So lots of energy for my toaster. I need it for my toaster. I'm just going to be doing things specifically for sleeping because sleep is super important. I don't care what you say. If you do not have a comfortable bed, you're not going to use your rig. You're just not. You're going to dread it every single time you go out. So a comfortable bed's important, but you also want to have a comfortable workspace. So if you work and you're on the computer and you got some things to do, you really want to have a place to sit down and relax. Ironically, I'm sitting on a camping chair right now. I know it sounds weird, but I am. This is where I normally put all my stuff, my laptop, and I sit the other way. But now that I have I call it the puppet curtain, the curtain that closes between the cab and the back, which is so much easier. It really helps on temperature control for what the middle space of my rig. It's been a blessing. It's been an absolute blessing. So if it gets too hot up there, it'll stay nice back here for Rosie. And she really, really, really likes it. All right, let's get caught up on this. Oh my gosh, let's see. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm late. Hey, Lewis and Clark Travels, how are you? Thanks for being here. Oh, it's the perfect van size toaster. I know. It's like the funniest thing when I talk in my early mornings. They're like, "What is she doing? And why does she have a one size toaster?" Because I live in a van. That's why. That's exactly why. Did I see Gord coming in here? Hey, Gord, how are you? I hope everything's going well for you, buddy. I do live streams, but I hate the vertical thingy. So that's a good question. Do me a favor. If you like the vertical thing, put a 1 in chat. I'm really curious. It's just different. It's, some people love it, some people don't. Some people are, like I said, they're watching on their phone. They're used to, doom scrolling and doing TikToks and things like that. Hey, Gordon, my cousin Buddy. That's right. I just have a metric ton of batteries in a coffee pot. Yeah, you have some serious energy, dude. You've got some serious good stuff. 1 slot, 2 toaster button pushes for winning. So yeah, I do make it. I call it an American muffin, Phil, just so you know, because it's made in America. Just go in there for fun. But it takes a little while. You got to time it right. So you got to do 1 piece of the English muffin, then do your egg, then do another thing, so everything's all nice and warm. There's a timing to this. You got to get the timing right. Sleep is obviously important, TJ. I tried to respond sooner, but seem to have been put. What? You better not be in timeout. Somebody better not be putting my buddy in timeout there. I'm doing good. I'm so glad you're doing great. I just got a comfy bed at Camping World for about $350, and it was a short king. The smaller ones are even cheaper. Really? Interesting. I know RV Mattress has been talking to me about a few things, and I told him, I said, hey, if you want to work with me, then we got to get van sizes because I'm pretty picky and I want to sleep. I want to sleep really, really well. And I've been okay. So he's going to try the vertical thing. We'll try it. We'll look and see what, yep. And Gian's like, nope, don't like it. She's going, just give me the gold stuff. Yep. It was an accident. So sorry. Oh, see, apologies, dude. It happens to everybody. I find the vertical streams make the chat harder to see. So if you're used to chatting, that's a really good point, by the way. Some people who are doing tutorials, it would make sense. There's not really much of a chat, but if you do like an interactive, like I do, I would want to talk to my peeps. I miss you guys. I want to have you be a part of the show. And it's so hard to see. Yeah, I could see that. Vertical puts it in shorts and you get a lot of trolls. That's a good point. I never thought about that. That's a really good point. I need to think about that because I get a lot of trolls for different reasons. I have to think, but my trolls are normally like 12-year-old little boys. Oh, I get the greatest comments from tweens. Costco 8-inch gel top memory foam for $200. Best bed I've ever slept on. Well, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you gave everybody an idea of what you like. Speaking of schoolies, though, did I just see She Devil jump in there? Hey, how are you? How's your schoolie bill going? I've been watching some of the pictures. Fantastic. Super, super jealous. Very excited for you. So always really cool. Johnny's like, I don't think I've ever seen a vertical chat. Yeah, I can see that. Yep, totally. Let's see. Trolls are attracted to red hair. They are. They must be. This is sort of funny. I was talking to someone yesterday and she starts talking to me and touching my hair at the same time. And I'm like, oh, you're that one today. Good to know. I went to a karaoke night beside this resort at a restaurant next door, which was really fun. So yeah. I had a lot of trolls on my first vertical live. It's horrible. Well, I'm glad to know. We'll have to figure out, can you say only subscribers? I mean, I wonder if you can do it that way. I don't know. We'll have to look into that a little better. I troll her, but she slapped me in the next year. Oh, heck yeah. I don't care how far out you are. Whap. Yep, it would happen. I love this. Rich Bowie's here. Hey, Rich, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming along. We are talking about what's been going on with the van fam in Florida and how we're doing here. She Devil says her bus build is coming along, take a little break. Well, it's a lot of work. It is an absolute lot of work. So when you're ready, though, and you want to take it out, let's go. I'm excited. excited. This will be really cool. Hey, Gordon, I heard you were sick. Hope you're getting better. Oh, yeah, I hope you're getting better too. Trolls usually have a one-slot toaster fixation. We picking on my toaster, guys. I get it. It's okay. It's just a little toaster. It's okay. And it's an Elite Gourmet. Ooh la la. It's probably an Amazon special. I got one place. Probably put it in my Amazon shop. If I haven't, I probably should because I use it all the time. It is definitely working out for me. I love this. Yeah, feel better. So does the one-slot toaster only toast one slice? Yes, it only toast one slice, or one half of a English muffin, or one half of a bagel, or one slice of sourdough bread. Or right now I tell you what, there were people at the Schoolie Swarm that were making fresh bread and selling it. And I bought a huge loaf, I love this, of cheddar jalapeno sourdough, which was amazeballs. It was so good. It was amazing. I have a little bit left. And I've just been very carefully slicing it, making like a BLT on it. I've had a turkey sandwich with it with avocado. It's just been pretty awesome. So, and at Schoolie Swarm, just so you know, a lot of these places, because it is really family friendly, the kids will run around and say, do you want to buy a bracelet for $1? You know, do you want to do this? Or a lot of older teens will be like, I'll paint your roof, or I'll help you with this. And so it's a good way to get some work done and sort of keep the money in the community too. So there were people that were helping with solar installations, helping with water issues, whatever it might be within your rig. You had quite a bit of knowledge base there, which was really, in my opinion, fantastic. So if you have, you know, schoolies in general, you got diesel motors and things like that. So getting help on those kind of rigs, that's a big deal. Cute toaster. Oh, yes. One-slot toasters only work for single people. No, they don't. They just work for van lifers who have very little room. It's okay. It's all good. I'm not taking it personally. Gord, with 5 children, and you need 14 toaster presses for bread. Yeah, you think? I have a big family too. And let me tell you what, when everyone was home, I always had, you know, the 4-slice toaster thing plus a toaster oven. It was always like a thing. And my kids love everything bagels. So it was really messy all the time. I was like, oh my gosh. So we were an everything bagel family. Wait, is that a bit? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Fine. We're going to talk about it. We're just going to break it up. We're just going to rip this off like a Band-Aid, guys. Literally, because I just took the Band-Aid off. So when I was at Schoolie Swarm with my friends, and it was Wine Down Wednesday, I just want to put this out there. I had a little bit of wine, but not a lot of wine. I had a coffee cup. See, I can't even bend my finger. Like a coffee cup full of a lovely Cabernet Sauvignon. Thank you very much. And it was fantastic. But I sipped it. You know, it wasn't like a gulp. It was like a sipping moment because we had a Wine Down Wednesday moment with lots of different wines and charcuterie and yummy stuff. So I gotta hear Maya. So we went back to the campfire because we had a campfire. There was swings. It was a really neat little area. I love this little thing. And when I walked around, my foot must have gotten caught, tripped. I don't exactly know what. It's hard to see. I have a hard time seeing anyways at night. And I tripped and fell on my entire left side. It wasn't pretty. I was sitting here going, someone's got to get a video of this because it was, honestly, from a fall standpoint, I'm giving it a 10. I mean, I didn't brace myself. I didn't hurt my wrists. When, you know, the things you typically do, you're like, but I was close enough to the fire pit where I was like, oh, this is going to hurt. And there were bricks and there were sticks and there was big piles of wood. And you know how you're just so much in shock. You're like, I hit my head, I hit my shoulder, I hit my hip, I hit my knee, I hit my shin, hit my hand. And you just sort of stand up and go, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. And then you realize you're not okay. And you look at your leg and you're wearing jeans and you're like, probably should get back to my rig and assess the situation. And for some reason, I was really worried about my shoulder. I kept thinking, because it was really sore. And I thought, oh, that's not going to be good. Like I could just see myself hitting an ER at like 10 o'clock at night in the middle of nowhere. And what ended up happening, and I'm going to spare you the gory pictures because it's pretty bad, was I busted a knuckle. It happens. It's still pretty sore and I can't bend it very well. But I got really huge gaping cuts on my leg, on my shin, and the backs of my thigh and hip are more purple than my shirt. And really, really scary stuff. So for me, it's a little scary because I have a blood clotting disorder where I clot, essentially. It's called Leiden factor 5. So my grandfather passed away after he bumped his knee on a piano bench, I think it was, and a blood clot went to his heart and it killed him. So for me, it's like wrap me up in bubble wrap. If I get a bruise, it's pretty serious. So quickly went back, assessed the situation, had to steri-strip and or super glue my skin back together after I cleaned it out. Yay me. Welcome being a solo van medic moment. Thanks to all these EMT people and medical people, I ended up calling the next morning going, I think I really screwed up, guys. What do I need to do? And all the pictures I sent saying, what do I do now? Because I was sort of in the middle of nowhere. And I want to give a shout out to Tommy Riverstix right now, because Tommy saved the day the next day, because I was really in a lot of hurt. And he had texted me and said, hey, I'm going to come back. What do you need? And I'm like, listen, dude, if you can just bring me some food, something just to, because I don't know if I'm going to be moving much. And I had some food, but I couldn't prepare it. I couldn't move very well. It was really bad. He brought me ribs. Mr. Carnivore himself brought me homemade ribs. He brought me 3 different kinds of cheeses. He brought me another little thing of wine, which I didn't really need, but that was nice to self-medicate if I needed to. he just brought all this food, and I just appreciate out of the kindness of my heart. He was an absolute wonderful, wonderful person for doing that. Now, I know he was coming to Schoolie Swarm. He was actually selling solar panels and some batteries, and he's actually going a different route because he's going to be getting an RV. He got a job with the Park Service, which is great. So, woo, congratulations. It's going to be really cool for him. But I just want to say thanks, because it really was super helpful. Lisa, my friend Lisa, was really helpful. My friend Gary was super helpful. And all the people, all the fams around were like, here's some Tylenol gel tabs, and here's some Arnica bruise gel, or whatever you need. And I talked to a nurse practitioner, I think on the second day, and she was like, "Ooh, you're very lucky." I'm like, "Yes, I am." So, yeah. It's an interesting thing. Let me get caught up on some things here. Let's see. Are you doing keto? Haven't had bread. Well, you're doing keto. I haven't had bread every year, but we also have a single slice toaster in the van. See, how cool is that? Go Grain Grumpy. Yeah. Oh, whoop whoop. They're awesome. That's a smart thing. Wine a sippy cup. Yeah, because I'm messy, and why not? And honestly, I have a thing about bugs. I don't like bugs in my drinks. So if I have a sippy cup and I have a lid, I can just close the lid. It's a little safer too sometimes. People tend to put things in your drinks, or bugs like to go on your drink. So I like having a lid to my cup. I'm currently on a Pinot Noir IV drip. Understood. I like red wine. I do. I try to, temper it just a little bit, not a lot. Sipping wine, the major leagues for sipping whiskey, or the minor leagues for sipping whiskey. I get it. I totally get it. But it was a wind down Wednesday kind of thing. So that's why we were doing that. It was fun. A stick jumped out and tripped you maybe. It was bad. It was really bad. And what's worse is I knew people around the campfire, who didn't like immediately come to my assistance. And I was like, and how you just lay, I'm at the age now where I know things are going to take a lot longer to heal. Yay. So yeah, I hate falling too. It was not cool. Not cool. It was a stick that was being a jerk. Yeah, you think? I could totally get with that. Yikes. Oh no, that sounds like a bad fall. It's a bad fall. Let me just say, I have a pool here that's a heated pool that looks fantastic. It's like bath water that I would love to be at this resort, but I can't, because I would scare adults and small children with the way my leg looks right now. It's pretty bad. Plus I have open wounds. I shouldn't be in it right now. Yeah. Oh, go Tommy 6. That's right. Go Tommy. Tommy saved the day. He was really good. Good to know a few medical moves. I know. Imagine that. Dude, you hooked me up on some stuff too. And I appreciate your looking at all the wounds and stuff, because you don't want to, these are not pictures you want to share with people and go, hey, here's me. What do you think of this bloody mess? Like, ew, gross. I think she's tired. She's like, okay, we'll just stay here and be comfortable. But Rosie was a big help too. She was like a little Miss Nurse Rosie. She would just lay beside me and try to keep me calm. And, not much you can do, but you got to be prepared. So once again, I'm going to remind you guys, please, 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 please make sure that you are packing your emergency aid kits. Make sure that you know what you've got, that you got your Band-Aids and your Neosporin or whatever it is that you think you need. Gauze pads. I went through all my gauze pads. I went through a lot of my Band-Aids. I went through my liquid Band-Aid, it's super glue, steri strips, because my leg was bad enough that it required some stitching of sorts. So yeah, you got to have that stuff ready, because it just happens. I mean, and then what do? You can't go running around thinking, oh, my friend's got it, 2 doors down. Well, it might be late at night like mine was, and they went to bed. So what are you going to do? But I've been I've not been in the medical, like I'm not a medic or anything like that, but I have assisted in enough and I've worked with animals and stuff. So I'm like, I have enough knowledge to, try to get out of the shock and move on. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Just don't buy a medical kit, CVS, build your own kit. I agree with that. If you don't know what you're doing, get one no matter what. Just don't not have one, but it's good if you know what you're going to do. Super glue burns like crazy. Yes, it does. But doing stitches on yourself is also not the best thing either. So sometimes you can pull it with steri strips and get it tight enough, and then you can do what you got to do. So, yeah, it was not a pleasant day. So I'm not walking really well, and my finger won't bend, as you can see. It wants to bend, but not yet. It sort of waves bye-bye in its own little time frame. Yeah. Oh, good. You've got both on emergency kits. You should. Yeah, it's really cool. So what has been up with you guys? That's what I really need to know. I mean, we're caught up with me, other than I'm here and I'm going to be going to an outdoor adventure expo, which I'm so excited. I love off-road stuff, and I'm really looking to get I don't have a spare tire. Speaking of like getting prepared, I want to get a spare tire for the adventure van, and I want to get a box on the back so that I can put some things in, like chairs and just outdoorsy stuff that I don't want to put inside my van. I can put outside so I can get more batteries inside my van. So I want to up my batteries a little more. But I'm very, very, very blessed to have a 2,000 watt hour Bluetti, and another 1,000 watt hour Bluetti portable. That's just really, really handy. And that's been a godsend for boondocking, because without that, I couldn't have done this. I absolutely could not have done this. The Gonzo book. Hey, Lebanon, PA in the house. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. We're having fun here. We're talking about what's been going on. And what have you guys been doing? I've been making baby steps in the van build. Lots of pharmacology is involved because he's been in a lot of pain, people. It's hard when you start building, twisting, turning, moving, and he had some back pain to begin with. What else has been going on with you guys? Like, give me a little highlight. If you had to pick one thing that's been going on for the past 6 weeks, what have you been doing in January? How has your February been? Have you gone anywhere? Have you done anything interesting? Are you just hunkering down and hibernating? I'm trying to keep up with YouTubes and watch your stuff too, which is fun. It's been a lot. It's been really, really busy. So first time live, short time subscriber. Awesome. Very cool. Thanks for being here, buddy. Always a good time. Always a good time doing live and seeing what everybody's doing and just checking up. So let me give you a little heads up while we're talking. You guys can put some stuff in the chat of what you've been doing. Right now, we are streaming on a T-Mobile hotspot. When they always talk about these things for the home internet, it's home, but it also travels. So if you've never done one of these, I would say it's winning. I've been winning with this thing. I got a Connect 10 system that has multiple SIM cards in it, and I haven't had as much success with that yet. I'm giving it 30 days. I want to make sure I do the whole thing, but we're going to see how that goes. Oh, I see something. Richie says, tornado warning in Chicago right now. Oh, dude, get to your safe space. Wear a bike helmet. Bring your ID, your phone, your everything you need to do, your chargers. Get to your safe space right now. So tornadoes are not to be messed around with at all. Absolutely not. 94 days until retirement and starting our trip to Alaska. Woo woo! Good for you. Very exciting. Are you going to go up through, are you just going to go up to Canada and go over, or are you going to go through Yellowstone and meander? What are your thoughts? Do you know what your route's going to look like? Because Banff is on my bucket list. I want to go to Banff, and Yellowstone's sort of on the way. February has been a big growth period for us at the Gonzo book. Well, that's great. I'm excited for you guys. That's fantastic. I love when people are on the move. That's great. I can't get the T-Mobile system at either of my addresses. Who knew? Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't work. I don't know why they don't let you do that yet. We should talk about that. I don't know what's the deal with that. Rich says thumbs up. Make sure you have your coffee mug filled. Oh, well, I have had tea in my Tervis tumbler, and then I've got to be smart tonight. I'm drinking smart water. So I'm trying to just make sure I can handle both things here at the same time. Gotta love this. So we've had a lot of people in the house tonight telling us what's been going on. Phil says, stay safe in Chi-Town. Neon hot dog, pickle, relish, and deep dish pizzas will be flying. Yeah. You know what? These tornadoes are indiscriminate. You thought you used to be safe in metropolitan areas, but we learned in Nashville that's not the case. You can be downtown Nashville and you've got a tornado coming your way. Okay, straight to Alaska. May take side trips on the way back. Oh, cool. Cool. Gotta wet my whistle here. Sounds exciting. Very cool. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we are 10 minutes to the top of the hour. I believe there's another live stream. I think Johnny's Journey is going to be going live in a little bit. And we are going to be showcasing some neat stuff come March. So I wanted to just give you guys a heads up. We have Everyday is Adventure hats. I bought them. They're cool. They're professionally made, and they are black or blue dad hats. So these are the tall trucker hats. And they're not trucker hats, the dad hats. They're a little more floppy, but they're baseball hats, and they're really, really awesome. So we're going to be doing some really cool things in March and April with those. We're going to go back to doing some interviewing of different channels, different events, things like that on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. And you're going to see some really, really neat stuff. And we're going to win. We're going to win some hats, and we're going to have some subscribers, and we're going to win some really cool prizes that people are giving me, because I want to pay it forward and let you guys just reap all the benefits of the people that I'm meeting and give it away. So you guys can do it too, which is really cool. So anyways, I'm going to sign off tonight because it's time for us to get a little rest tonight. Rosie is already out for the night, and I just appreciate your being here so much. This has been a lot of fun, and I really wish I could see all of you guys on this trip, but hopefully we'll see more of you guys down the road. And if you're interested in going to some of the meetups I just suggested, I'll be putting them on for the 2025 calendar, and just check out my website and I'll be sure to put them on there. So until then, just remember, every day's an adventure. Thanks, guys.